Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode from the Krebsco channel. I am back everyone at last from my vacations here to entertain you guys once again. Today we are going to be doing a 1v1 on Langres featuring a few really good players. So today I'm going to be showing you guys a replay featuring Morelloo as the Wehrmacht versing his opponent on the southern corner. That would be DamnEvilViciousMouse. As the Americans, I believe DamnEvilViciousMouse is someone off the forums, D2M, maybe I'm saying the right, I hope I'm saying the right. But Morelloo, oh my gosh, Morelloo, this is my old-time favorite player. This is the guy I learned how to play Company of Heroes more expertly from. This is the guy I learned a whole bunch of tactics and tricks and everything about Company of Heroes from. Also my most favorite player, and also he's playing as, well, going to be playing as the defensive doctrine. Sorry, I'm going to be spoiling that for you guys, but he's going to be playing as defensive doctrine, and that is also my most favorite doctrine in this entire game. So this is a plethora, a huge amount of my likings today. Hopefully it's going to fit your criteria as well. Obviously you guys have your own tastes and opinions, but hopefully it's going to be quite entertaining for you guys. I haven't even watched this replay at all, so really I have no expectations of what's going to happen. But since it's Morelloo, well, I do have an expectation that it's going to be good. It better be. Come on, Morelloo. I'm glad he's back in the scene. I really am glad he's back in the scene. Right, guys, we're at the 5-second mark. We're going to be starting in 3 seconds. So in 3, 2, 1, and go. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And if you haven't noticed by now, I am accompanied just by myself. Not with Sergey this time around. Kind of unfortunate, but he's actually playing a game with one of my fans. Funnily enough, it's quite funny. I play with Sergey a lot, and he gets introduced to some of my fans occasionally. You know, some of my fans will talk to me on Skype, for example, and it's quite funny. My fans now play with Sergey, so they're more accustomed to Sergey than they are with me. But, you know, fair enough. I suppose it's good that I'm promoting some sort of community around here. Anyway, guys, this is Morelloo, my old-time favorite player ever. I'm really excited that he's getting back into Company of Heroes. He actually well, sort of retreated to HON, H-O-N, I forget what that is, Heroes of New Earth or something like that. He's actually, he's gone over to that game sort of straight away there, and he actually apparently reinstalled the game, and now he's getting back into Company of Heroes. So I'm really excited that Morelloo is here. He's definitely a veteran of this game. He comes back from, a long time ago, hundreds and hundreds of millennia ago, right? So he is one of the sort of original experts from a long time ago, before a lot of these known ones from today have come about. He was around the time of Seth, though. Anyway, guys, so I'm back at last from my vacations. If you guys didn't know, I was actually over in Poland. So in Poland, going to see my family. Obviously, you might be asking me, what the hell were you doing there just for a few days? I only went for, literally, I left Aberdeen on Sunday, and I was moving to Poland, taking my flights up until, what was yesterday? Wednesday? Yeah, yesterday was Wednesday. So I was there Sunday to Wednesday, and I had a really good time. And honestly, guys, it's absolutely great to go see your family. I mean, when you live by yourself for quite a while, it really is great to go just see your family, especially if you haven't seen them. Like, for example, my brother, I haven't seen him for about 3 years, so that's quite a long time. I mean, probably a lot of you see your family all the time, so you might be wondering, oh, how the hell could you just survive like that if you don't see your family? Well, I do, and to be honest, it's it gets a little bit lonely. I'm quite accustomed to it, but, you know, it does get a little bit lonely around the Christmas time, the festive period, where, you know, you expect to be with your family, but they're not really there. So I had a really good time. Just got to see my brother and my dad, hang out at a family home in Poland, had a lot of great food. Actually, the food in Poland is absolutely stupendous. I mean, usually when you live somewhere, you're more accustomed to your local food. For example, I mean, say British food, because I live in Britain, right? So Scotland. The common sort of food that you have here is like pies. All you British people are probably just reminiscing with all this sort of stuff. Pies and battered fish and chips. Chips here is French fries, so you have your fish and chips, you have your pies. What else do you have? Stovies and haggis and all that sort of stuff that, you know, maybe you're not really that keen on. So I'm really glad that I actually got to eat some proper home food over in Poland. I mean, you got some really, really good food. A lot of you Polish people know exactly what I'm on about, with pierogi, barszcz, bigos, kabanos, kiełbasy. There's really a whole plethora and loads of different sort of foods that you can have in Poland. It's absolutely insane. Whenever I explain the food in to non-Polish people, you know, they don't really understand it. They don't really get the whole concept, because you know they're so used to their own food that they don't really understand it. So in Poland, take this for example. In Poland, if you're gonna actually go there, the first place you should go visit for touring is actually go to a shopping market, because you wouldn't believe, but a supermarket is a whole world different than the ones over here in Britain. First off, the stores are a lot bigger. Okay, and they have a much bigger selection, so they'll have basically a whole place like a deli committed to meats, but this whole meat place will be a lot bigger. There'll be a lot more people there. The meat's fattier, but it's more delicious, right? You've got aisles devoted to cheese. You've got aisles devoted to dairy products like yogurts and stuff. It's absolutely crazy how many different sorts of yogurts you get, but it's absolutely great just because the food there is so amazing in Poland. Really, it feels like you're at home. And it just feels like sort of a homish food, like normal sort of food, you know? Anyway, I had a good time, guys, and I'm really happy to be back. It's been 1 week, and, you know, I feel right at home just giving you guys another cast. Company of Heroes, of course, back to the home it is. Now, there's a lot of exciting news with Company of Heroes recently, if you guys don't know, especially the speculations of Company of Heroes 2. I've been going on the forums on Company of Heroes and actually just checking stuff out on there, and people have been talking about some articles released by Kotaku. So, I hope I'm saying that right, but Kotaku is a sort of blogging website, sort of like Gizmodo. Gizmodo is sort of oriented towards technology, while Kotaku is really just all around the place. So it's actually really cool because Kotaku was talking about speculations about Company of Heroes 2 and how they're gonna go try to contact THQ and find out more from them. So it's really cool that, you know, there's more awareness out there about Company of Heroes 2, and it's really cool that in high places you actually got this awareness. Anyway, guys, so onto the replay. We've got a engineer, flamethrower engineer, and also a rifleman squad going down. Whoa, huge damage from the Volks. DamnEvilViciousMouse is saying, lost 2 rifles and 1 NG. I hope it wasn't that one skirmish, was it? I mean, 2 rifles and 1 NG in that one skirmish, was it? No, he means 1. There you go. Yeah, so it's 1 engineer and 1 rifleman, as we guys saw right there. So Morelloo. Let's take a look at the build orders actually. So what's going on? Oh man, there's really so much to talk about. I don't know where to start. So Morelloo's going on to T2. He's also been working his way over here, building barbed wire on the VP, the cutoff VP, this very important one. One that you could say is sort of equivalent is the one down here for the Americans. However, it's not really the same. You usually see a lot more harassment of this northern one, whoever's up north, right? A lot more harassment up there. So basically the barbed wire is a very good option, because I mean then people can't really cut it off unless they have an engineer there and try and cut it. As we saw, this little section of barbed wire is gone. So obviously that's a great thing to do. Now Morelloo has control of the map. Wow, I can actually switch to my map. This is absolutely so stupendous. I mean, in Poland I had just a normal sort of mouse and the internet was so damn slow. It's not universally slow in Poland. I mean, they have normal stuff. Come on, I mean, they have electricity and everything. They're not living in caves over in Poland. But my internet over there was quite slow. So this is absolutely stupendous, just having such a fast computer and having all my macros back up. But overall to the tactical map, you guys can see that Morelloo has more dominant control of the map. I mean, he really has the entire right-hand side and he's working his way towards the left-hand side. Also, kind of unfortunate, Morelloo has a lot more units on the field than the American does, than Mouse does, because obviously we saw those casualties come down for Mouse just over here with that engagement, that engineer and rifleman going down. Quite heavy losses, isn't it? It's really important, especially for the Americans, because they need to take out advantage of that early advantage that they have. I mean, a lot of people like to nail this point that the Americans really need to take advantage of the early game, because they really shine there with all their riflemen and their fast capping speeds. So by eliminating a few of these squads, the Wehrmacht have sort of leveled the playing field, and that's not really a good thing, because the last thing you want to do is level the playing field with the Wehrmacht early on, because then it's going to be easier for them to get say to tech up, to get veterancy, stuff like that. I'm actually quite surprised that the Morelloo is actually building a Krieg barracks, because he's already got a bunker right here. He's got 1 medic going around, but maybe he needs that, because the reason I say that is because well, I mean, the medic is grabbing some guys, but I mean, there's nothing produced. I mean, he's just going to get 1 guy over there. He still needs another 3 zombies to actually produce a full zombie squad. So he's not actually going to be able to do that. It's quite at a slow pace, isn't it? Kind of unfortunate. But the medics are going to just cap away here and there. The gameplay, I'm not exactly sure what's happening down here. Maybe the micro is a little bit off. Looks like it must be a little bit off, because he hasn't retreated his guys. Come on, Morelloo. Don't lose your guy. He hasn't played for a while. I suppose his micro is a little bit off. I think this is one of his first games back into Company of Heroes, so well done on him that he still knows what he's doing. So basically, he needs to take advantage of his bunker, get some free grenadiers from there, but he's having a little bit of a difficult time because he really hasn't picked up that many guys. So he's actually stopped a little bit short way and gone for T2 Creek Barracks, get some grenadiers out of there. Most likely going to upgrade them with Panzerschrecks to think of any sort of M8 that might be coming out, because what we've noticed with these these riflemen is that they don't have bars, so they're saving that 60 or so fuel in order to probably go up to a motor pool. I was expecting a motor pool, but it looks like actually a back tech to the weapon support center. So from the barracks to the weapon support center, I suppose he's probably going to be getting like a sniper or something to try and counter snipe this Wehrmacht sniper out here. Also got the Wehrmacht infantry veterancy coming down, so very standard stuff. Really nothing surprising here. It's very, very, very standard stuff for Morelloo. I suppose he is just accustoming to the game, so he's not really doing anything hugely different, but I mean, it really does make sense, the strategy, the defense strategy. I mean, I usually go for something similar to this. Maybe I wouldn't get a sniper, maybe I would, just really depends on how the game's going, but definitely loads of Volks. Usually my engagements will allow me to have a Grenadier squad out by this point, possibly even 2 Grenadier squads, but just depending how the engagements go, but usually I do quite well on that front. So basically this strategy is very commonly used. So basically having loads and loads of infantry out, then supporting that with a little bit of infantry veterancy. So obviously it makes sense. The whole idea of just how this works, the strategy, and how to maximize the potential of it, it just sort of makes sense here. Oh, well, we do actually have a motor pool. I'm not exactly sure if I missed that or if it was just something stupid of me. I have absolutely no idea, but the M8 armored car is on the field. It looked like it took a little bit of damage. Maybe that was from Panzerschreck. I have a feeling maybe it was from a Panzerfaust. But we've got the Grenadiers doing a bit of damage here, but focus firing from the riflemen, forcing to retreat. That lone Grenadier, run away, you Grenadier, because really you have nothing else that you can do at the moment, especially this Volks. This Volks needs to get out of here. I don't think he's gonna get out of here. No, in fact, we've got veterancy coming down for this rifleman squad. Double veterancy, so at least he's sort of making up a little bit on terms. And sniper, oh, sniped right in the back. That is not good whatsoever, because the whole reason of getting this weapon support center out for Mr. Mouse is to actually get a sniper out to counter that sniper that was out on the field. So unfortunately, it looked like it happened the other way around. The Wehrmacht sniper managed to counter it. Very surprised that the M8 survived that. Look at that slither of health. Panzerfaust just doing a huge chunk of damage there. Really, really so close. If it wasn't for those armored skirts, man, that M8 would have been taken out right there and then. That could have definitely been the end of the game. But overall, just look at the tactical map. I mean, come on, look at this. The Wehrmacht have such a lead. Loads of guys out on the field. I'm surprised Morelloo is actually not trying to maybe tech up a little bit. Even if we went for, say, a T3 Sturm Armory and got out a Puma, that could definitely seal the deal. Veterancy is doing a good job. However, veterancy, in my opinion, is sort of like a defensive maneuver. Don't you guys sort of think like that? Veterancy, by say getting veterancy for your infantry, you're sort of trying to make your guys stronger. Okay, for the Wehrmacht veterancy especially, they don't really get bonuses towards doing more damage like Americans, for example. They get veterancy to help their survivability. I mean, for example, they get health regeneration, they get elite armor, accuracy bonuses, and stuff like that, health increases. So it's more towards the defensive orientation. So basically, if you get veterancy, it's more towards that sort of side. I'm kind of surprised this Volks Grenadier squad is suppressed, most likely just because of that turret on the top. Suppressing them, but that's quite surprising. I'm not usually suppressed by M8s, but fair enough. I suppose it happens. Morelloo saying, relax, you just won. What does that mean? You just won? Does he really look like he won? I have no idea. But overall, the Americans are having a really hard time. So as I was saying, the veterancy for the just infantry or any veterancy in general is just basically towards the defensive side of things. So basically make your guys stronger, trying to hold off. Whilst if you actually teched up to say a Puma, okay, that would be definitely more offensive, and you could decimate. You could absolutely decimate guys. I mean, a Puma here would just take out these riflemen, no problem. The only thing they'd have to be a bit careful of is the M8. So if you got another Puma upgunned it or something like that, no problem. You could easily take out the M8 right there and then. Or likewise, you could even get a Stug or get Schutzwagen and you'd seal the deal. I think that's definitely a good option, because when you're positioned like this, you obviously have that choice between either veterancy or getting something to finish the game. I'd probably more lean towards finishing off the game. At this point, I'd be more inclined to actually finish off the game than trying to hold it off. I think defensive or veterancy is more so when it's more evenly split the match. That's just my opinion, but you know, it's not set in stone. It's don't go like that as the 10 commandments. I mean, come on. Thou shalt not tech up if thou is in halfway of the game. No, it's not like the 10 commandments or anything like that. But you know, it's just whatever the game inclines of you, depending on how it goes. So it looks like the Wehrmacht are actually getting pushed off here. The MG42 actually being taken down here. I'm guessing the riflemen are going to actually pick it up. Yes, they are actually doing that. Gotta be careful though, because they're taking a lot of damage, a lot of damage. So I think they're just barely gonna get out of there. Oh no! That is always one of the things you gotta be careful of, especially when you capture an MG that's right in the midst of guys like that, to be taken out. So I suppose that's a good thing for the Wehrmacht, because I don't think they were really planning on taking that MG42 back. I mean, they didn't really have the necessary guys for that. So basically, they gave it to the hands of the Americans to say, oh, right, okay, here you go, have the MG42, whilst we're going to shoot you in the back when you're running away. And by doing that, now the MG42 has magically disappeared. It is evaporated into thin air apparently, so I guess that's how it's gonna work. So the Americans are really holding off in their base. Literally, this is all they have. This is their territory. But the Wehrmacht are actually retreating back. They don't have the necessary force to take on the impending doom of the Americans, who are trying to recapture their territory. So basically, the Americans or the Wehrmacht are having a little bit of a hard time, because they need to replenish their guys. They don't really have a half-track on the field. Half-track could have helped a little bit in terms of reinforcing guys on the field. But still, look at this bunker. They haven't been doing anything. Come on, what has been going on? Medics, you need to be picking up guys. There's a whole bunch of fighting going on over here, and nothing was happening. So we've actually got a little mortar barrage coming down, a registered artillery, 125 munitions, as you guys can see right there. But what you saw Morelloo do was they actually waited a little bit, so not actually calling down instantly, like right away as soon as you saw the guys there, just waiting a little bit, because let's go a little bit psychologically into it. So say if you click a guy onto a point, are you just going to wait there for that point to be captured? No, you're going to click on it and just go away somewhere else, so you're probably not going to pay attention to that squad. So that's actually a good thing. Wait a little bit and then throw it down, because most likely the person will be looking elsewhere on the field. So we've got another registered artillery coming down. Yeah, again, Morelloo is just really trying to keep on to this medium munitions point over here, or a high munitions point actually, should I say, and just trying to keep it in his possession, because that is very vital. I mean, Morelloo at the moment has plus 70 munitions. Without that plus 16, he would take it down to, what, let's do some quick math, 54? Holy crap, that's still a lot, but I think he just wants to be a bit careful. So good build order by Mouse. I mean, he's definitely knows what he's doing. He's getting double snipers out to counter the Grenadiers, because the Grenadiers are out here with the Panzerschrecks to try and counter this M8. So how the hell are you going to counter it? Well, M8 can obviously kill one guy at a time. That's a bit slow. So two snipers out are actually going to just decimate these Grenadiers, especially when you take out two guys in a Grenadier squad. Effectively takes it down by 50% effectiveness. So from 4 guys down to 2. Okay, that is when it becomes the danger level, the critical level, the critical mass, you could say. And so then the guys need to get out of there. Alright, so it looks like Morelloo's actually going to lose his high munitions point. He's also going to be losing this medium munitions point right in front of here. So overall, Morelloo's going down from 70 to 44 munitions. Not looking too good. The Americans are actually making a comeback here, and this is what I mean. I don't actually know what's going on in this game. I told you guys at the beginning of this replay, I actually have no idea what's going to happen. I didn't watch it whatsoever. I saw Morelloo on the title, and I was like, oh my god, got to watch it. So I really have no expectations. But as I was saying to you guys, from my quick analysis so far during this game, basically it's a choice between veterancy or a choice for teching up. Definitely should have gone for teching up. I'm not exactly sure if it's a good idea to actually go for the Panzer Command right now. Oh, I'm getting a phone call from my girlfriend. Should I pick up? Oh god, I feel so bad for ignoring her. I'm gonna have to tell her. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to give her a hug or something. She's probably gonna be a little bit moody when I see her later. Maintenance of girls, eh? Bada ching. Okay, so basically I'm not sure if the Panzer Command is a good option. I mean, this Panzer Command, the Ostwind, is going to do a good job of killing these guys. It's also going to be able to take on the MA armored car. But then again, how much fuel does it cost? Morelloo has a lot of fuel, so maybe it is a good idea, maybe it's not. I don't know. Obviously, you have to spend quite a bit of manpower to even get up to that stage. I personally probably would have gone for a Sturm Armory, but earlier, okay, before I even got the infantry veterancy, I think it would have been a good option to actually go for a Sturm Armory and get some stuff out of there. In my opinion, that's what I would have done, right? So basically, maybe at this point the Panzer Command is okay, but we'll have to see what goes on with that. The Ostwind definitely could be a game changer. We'll have to see though. So even though that these squads have veterancy 3 on them, they're still one-shot kills by these snipers, and you can already tell that the Wehrmacht are just having such a difficult time. They don't even know what to do, because look at this, wasting right away from the guys. All that the Wehrmacht are doing, they're just retreating. They're just trying to fall back behind their bunker, try to get away from the sight of the snipers. So it looks like everything is moving in at once. I think the Ostwind was meant to be the game changer for Morelloo here. I think this is definitely meant to be the way of moving in. These snipers really need to be careful. They are getting out of the way, but as soon as they get revealed, you could definitely believe that these this Ostwind could easily take them out. I think Morelloo knows where he's going, because he's went down this way and he's thinking to himself, oh, we haven't seen the snipers out here, so they must have gone to the side. Oh man, oh, there they are, they're retreating, but the Ostwind is right in the middle of the way. Oh, it's actually quite damaged. What the hell happened to it? I believe it might have been an AT gun. No! Look at Morelloo. He is saying he's going absolutely crazy in the chat box, going blah 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 blah, pathing, blah, blah, and the mouse is just thinking to himself, "Oh my God, yes, yes!" That is one of those moments right there where you're just screaming out loud. If you imagine, if you will, in Mouse's position, you'd just be screaming, "Yeah, yeah!" How close that was, man! If that AT gun didn't destroy that Ostwind, that would have been horrendous. I thought maybe like sticky bombs damaged it because I didn't see the AT gun, but lucky for them, the AT gun was right there protecting the snipers from imminent death. I mean, that was certain death. If that AT gun wasn't there, or if that Ostwind was alive for just like 5 seconds more, that could have been definitely the imminent death of both of those snipers right there. Oh gosh, that would have been horrible. See, those snipers died. Yeah, definitely the Volks and all that. All the infantry would have free reign across the field. They can start taking on the other infantry, stuff like that. So it's a good thing. But overall, it looks like the Wehrmacht in such a harsh position. They have really been losing this. In my opinion, it's most likely due to just going for the veterancy. And not for other vehicles and stuff like that. Definitely so in my opinion, just because, I mean, we started getting the snipers, for example. We got those snipers out. They started taking on the infantry, and Morelloo just didn't have the necessary sort of requirements to get back on the field. I mean, obviously when you have loads of infantry, how are you going to get them back onto the field? Manpower. You need to reinforce them. So having infantry isn't just sort of like a one purchase buy. It's not like buying an Ostwind and that's it. All you have to do is repair it if it gets damaged. The thing with the infantry is that it's a one purchase buy, yes, however you have to reinforce it to get it back up to speed. So that definitely costs quite a bit of manpower. And when you have a lot of infantry, especially with a heavily infantry-oriented strategy, then it's going to cost a lot of manpower. So maybe Morelloo was suffering a bit in terms of manpower a little bit earlier. Definitely a possibility. Okay, so we've got just a few medics being sniped out there. But overall, the Americans are making quite a comeback. They've got 2 AT guns on this side, also an MG emplacement coming down. Very good option to be doing that. Got to be a little bit careful. I think the area, the cone for the machine gun emplacement is quite big, so it should be okay. However, still needs to be a little bit careful in this position here. As long as this cone is effectively going across this way, then it should be alright. But I don't know, I'm a bit reluctant about this, because say if the Grenadiers came around this way, right, completely avoided the cone, and then they came in right from in front of the hedge, they would have a great opportunity to actually take it out very easily with the Panzerschrecks. Need to be a bit careful right there. Oh man, don't lose the Grenadier, don't lose the Grenadier. So overall, I think in Morelloo's position right now, he's trying to think to himself, how am I going to win this game? Alright, I've got an Ostwind. Hopefully tanks will try to change the tide of the war. He's also got another sniper out, so that's good that he's actually got that. Trying to take on these American snipers, so it's good that's happening. But here we go, the MG emplacement making itself known. So this is what I mean. So obviously, without sight, the MG gun emplacement cannot fire. So say if the Grenadiers came in along this way, follow my mouse, guys, follow my mouse. Say if they came in along through the road, and then right from the hedge, okay, that would be right in front of the MG gun emplacement. Obviously, it's easy for them to get shot and stuff like that, but they're right in front of it. That means they'll probably get a direct shot every single time in front on that MG emplacement, doing lots of damage to it. So it looks like the snipers are relocating themselves. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, gotta be careful there. And the sniper is just on the field for the Wehrmacht. Just trying to take it out. Oh no! Oh no! Ho, ho, ho! Recon! Recon coming down from Mouse. Wow, I was not even expecting that whatsoever. But Recon plane was actually used by the airborne doctrine of Mouse, actually revealing that sniper, and it was counter-sniped. It was counter-sniped as it was retreating. Wow. Morelloo is having a horrendous time on the field right now. Just gotten back into the game. He's trying to get used to it. Obviously, his micro is a little bit off. His strategies are a little bit off. But, you know, he's getting back into it, and this is a horrendous start so far. I mean, he's done a really good job early on to mid-game, and then from mid-game onwards, it's just been really going downhill for him. He's been losing his Ostvins, he's been losing his snipers from a recon plane. I don't even think he was expecting that. I didn't even think he was expecting that, but that was a brilliant move by Mouse. By throwing down a recon plane, he didn't even know. I think he must have been expecting that there might possibly have been a sniper in that area, especially where the infantry was, so just being really careful there. Look at that AT gun. Oh my gosh, are you joking? Come on! Morelloo, what is going on? A back shot, doing some probably full penetrative damage on that oh my god! Morelloo, what the hell is going on? He's got another Ostvin right here, but where's the other AT gun? We've got the AT gun just down here. It's going to be taking out this one on this direction. But I think what Morelloo is really trying to go for is, oh man, Morelloo, what do you do? What are you doing? The AT gun, come on, move up. If the AT gun could move a little bit faster, he could actually take out this Ostvin. Man, it's so close. So close. This M8 is trying to take out the Ostvin. The snipers! They're pathing! Their pathing is... Oh, come on. One down. And the M8 is down. Wow, this could change totally differently. This little battle here, totally determined and changed by one Ostvin, one very badly damaged Ostvin, could have been totally changed differently if this AT gun was moved up. That could have been a different turn of events right there, guys. If the AT gun actually, if Mouse knew his AT gun was down here and he moved it a little bit up this direction, he could have destroyed that Ostvin before it took out one of the snipers, before it damaged the M8, before it took out the MG emplacement, and then the Americans still would be on the field, minus Ostvin for Morelloo, and that would have been a very bad position for Morelloo, because then he'd lose all of those tanks. He would have effectively lost 3 Ostvins by that point. What a bad position to be in. So this sniper is by himself now, just moving around. Took out a Grenadier squad who must have not known. I guess Morelloo probably didn't know that the Grenadier squad was there. Probably just a little bit lackey on the micro, so he's moving his squads down here and just got the medic bunker around this area. Still just one more guy and then he can get a free squad out of that. Man, so close. Come on, maybe the sniper can actually get that free squad. Morelloo could definitely use an extra squad out of that. So sniper's just retreating back, actually not even camouflaged at the moment. And there we go, we've got some sort of registered artillery, or sorry, rocket barrage coming down right on top of the AT gun, destroying it. If it came down a little bit sooner, he could have actually killed that sniper if he got lucky. But this AT gun is going to be going down, of course. In my opinion, actually retreating the wrong direction. He should have actually been falling back that way, not going forward. Even though he could have potentially lost it, who cares? Now the Wehrmacht are really close to the AT gun. They could take it if they wanted to. I don't think they actually are going to do that in the meantime, because, I mean, because Mouse really does not have that many tanks out in the field. He's got an M8, but that's it, so he doesn't really need the AT at the moment. So, oh, what is this Ostvin doing? There's stickies and everything. I don't think this is a brilliant decision by Morelloo. He's doing quite a bit of casualties. He's taking quite a lot of guys out, but he's very close to actually losing one of his Ostvins here. He's got another Ostvin coming in from the side. It looks like Morelloo is just trying to win this by Ostvin, so you wouldn't really imagine it, but I guess an Ostvin spam of some sort. So I've never really seen... Oh, what? What is that? Is that like the 5% bug or something? Look at that, just destroying the engine. If that really mattered, I mean, he was pretty much immobilized anyway. And there we go. It looks like this Austin finally going down, but another kind of healthy Austin coming into the midst of everything and just taking out loads of guys here. I bet Mouse has been really losing a lot of munitions here, and surprisingly he's actually got loads of munitions still. So I'm not exactly sure if I really like this whole engagement by Morelloo with the Austins there. Kind of sacrificing them in order to do damage. I don't really like when people do that sort of stuff unless it's guaranteed success, okay? I don't really like when people sort of sacrifice their stuff, trying to do as much damage as possible when it's not really guaranteed of working. I think what might have been a better idea is to keep them at a distance, like around here. The Austins just snipe away at the riflemen, avoid the Vet 2 squad especially because that has extra range for throwing stickies. Just be careful of sticky bombs overall, right? I think that would have been a better idea than sacrificing 2 Austvins like that. I mean, imagine 2 Austvins right here. That could be defending this area from any oncoming attacks. So overall, it looks like Morelloo's actually spamming Austvins. He's really going for a spam of Austvins and doing this hardcore, stubborn, like a bull sort of style strategy. He's just going straight out Austvins and infantry, and that is it. He's not trying anything different. He's just going to win this by pure brute force, and that is it. I'm sure maybe you guys have been in this position before. You maybe don't know exactly if you should be teching up to anything else, for example, and maybe you think, oh, okay, I'm just going to keep on building the same units. I'm just going to do this brute force style. I've been in that position many times, and I think Morelloo's actually doing that right now. I don't think he even knows what he might actually maybe do differently, but he's doing this brute force style. Now, you know, one good idea, okay? He's got a Panzer Command. What else can you build from a Panzer Command? You can build 4 things. 1, Ostwind, as we've been seeing a spam of. 2, Panzer IV, 3, Panther, and 4, which a lot of people overlook, is the Knights Crossholders. Now, Knights Crossholders would actually be a good option to go for right now because they have a heroic sort of armor. That means they take can take extra damage from snipers, so it actually takes 2 sniper shots to take out 1 Knight's Crossholder. So if he actually had the manpower, he definitely could have had the manpower from all these Ostvins that he's lost. He could definitely have culled down some, gotten some Knight's Crossholders, and that could have just rushed on in towards all these guys. Their anti-infantry capability, so they could take on the riflemen effectively who have no bars. They could take on the AT guns, then they could start moving in towards the snipers. So now we've got Vet 3 sniper out in the field right here. Ostwin taking out some of the AT guns that are just on the field, but we've got a Vet 3 sniper, so that means he can actually run at full speed even whilst camouflaged. Look at that. So he's actually going at full speed whilst camouflaged. Absolutely stupendous once you get to Vet 3. Just means that you can actually run away from guys at the same speed that they're chasing you from. How great is that, eh? So it looks like this Ostwin just being a little bit careful, but it's quite tight. 75 for the Americans, 456 for the Wehrmacht. So overall, the Wehrmacht are winning this by a huge amount, and Morelloo's just holding off with the Ostwind. I think he's actually going to go for a VP win. We still at the 31-minute mark right now, and he's just holding off. Look at this, a rocket barrage coming down right on top of the guys here. Going to be doing, I believe, a bit of damage. Yep, taking out one of the AT guns. And I'm not sure if this Ostwind is going to move in now. I'm not sure how Morelloo is thinking. Maybe he's thinking right now, maybe I should move in, try to take on these guys. I'm not sure. Ooh, here we go. 2 Ostwinds. It looks like a hole in the bush over here and the hedge, allowing him to actually go in towards this direction. Quite an exciting match so far. In Ostwind spam, I've seen a spam rifleman, I've seen airborne, I've seen rangers, I've seen Volks and Grenadier spams, I've seen PG spams. I've never seen an Ostwind spam before in my life. Company of Heroes, so it's pretty cool that a more expertly player is actually using an Ostwind spam, surprisingly. Fair enough. Now we've got just these Ostwinds taking quite a bit of damage. This one has actually lost its engine and its gun, so notice how these guys aren't even focusing on it anymore, because it's obviously not going to be going anywhere. It's not going to be doing any damage, so focus fire on this Ostwind over here that is doing the main amount of damage. So look at this, all these guys are just so badly damaged. This one Ostwind is just barely defending. The Americans just need to throw off one more sticky, and they're actually doing it on the wrong one. One sticky onto this one, there we go. Hopefully I can destroy the main gun. And no, it destroys the engine? Come on! It was like immobilized anyway! And you can just see in the chat, Mouse is just going ... because it's just, what the hell is going on? I have absolutely no idea. There we go, Vet 3 coming down for one squad over here, and probably some veterancy for this one. Yep, jumping on up to veterancy 1. So lots of veterancy for the Americans, but, you know, maybe they don't really need the veterancy right now. Why? Because look at the VPs! VPs are counting down! The Wehrmacht have every single VP point right here, so that is 3 VPs right across the board. So it's really just ticking down very, very fast for the Americans right now, and it looks like it's probably going to be a VP win since the replay is just near the end of the game. Wow, lots of Ostwind spam. Look at this, you can see 4 Ostwind wrecks on the field. I believe that was in total 6 Ostwinds that were destroyed. Okay, 6 Ostwinds. Could you imagine 6 Ostwinds going in at once? That would just decimate everything that the American has. Morelloo is saying, got nothing left. And there we go, the playback is over. Yeah, the playback is actually over. So, well done to Morelloo, my favorite guy, for actually winning that. He's obviously not as up to par as he used to be before in the golden ages of his gaming. I mean, he used to play a lot better, but, you know, then again, he's getting back into it. I'm sure he'll definitely make a huge make a huge impression on the company viewers community if he gets back into it seriously. So well done to Morelloo for actually winning that match against Mouse. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And of course, guys, I'm very happy to be back into the whole recording broadcasting business. Just really happy to be here with all you guys again and bring you guys some entertainment. Obviously, exciting times are ahead of us. Despite me not releasing videos for, well, a long time, for a week, I've still managed to get something like 20 subscribers per day. So that's really damn cool that I've actually managed to do that. So anyway, guys, I'll talk to you, in the next cast. But anyway, till then, guys, have a very, very nice day. Bye-bye.